Hi guys. The other day I made a video where I was talking about how if you go look at a used car and if you Kelley Blue Book the car and just say, like, I don't know what this 2016 F165 F-150 is supposed to have, but you know what? Let's look it up. Let's see. I ain't got nothing to do. Let's go to Kelley Blue Book. Come on. Come on. Today, mother father. Thank you. 2016 Ford F-150. F-150. Is it a Super Crew cab? Super Crew cab? I guess Super Crew cab. Look at all the different doggone trucks. Hi, it's the F-150. It's an XLT. So Super Cab, 4-door, 5.5 foot bed. It's gonna be this one. It's got EcoBoost 2.7. Okay, I got 60. I think my truck has got just under 61,000 miles, even though I've been driving for Lyft. So if I hadn't been driving for Lyft, my truck probably would have about maybe 36,000 miles, believe it or not. I think, yeah, about 35, 36, something like that. Well, anyway, my truck has 60,000 miles. I think it's like 60,500 miles. And it's supposed to have 61, 136. So I'm ahead of the game. Now, my truck has 60,000 miles. Look at the brake fluid. It is still brown. Now, it's kind of dark. I've been meaning to look at this, but it's still dark. I mean, you can still see some brown in it. Does it need changing? I don't know, does it need changing or not, but I'm not gonna change it. When will I change it? I don't know, probably never. I might change it when, I don't know, I might change it when I get 120,000. I might. But anyway, what else can you look at? Let's look at this. Take the oil cap off. Look up under here. Notice how clean mine look? That's because I keep the oil change. What else you look for? Now, it's kind of hard to see. Pull the dips on this car, it's kind of hard to see, but if you look at the dipstick, look around the dipstick. If it looks all grimy and dirty, the truck or car or whatever probably got more than 60,000 miles. Look at your reservoir. Mine is pretty clean. Oop, when I open this, it's hot. Actually, hell, it wasn't even that tight. By the way, don't open this when it's hot. My truck hasn't been running about 30 minutes. I was getting ready to say, look at the cap. Notice there's no grime. There's no grime around that. If you're looking at a used car and it's got 60,000 miles supposedly, but that looks all dirty, you know, a lot of time they would spray the engine off. Now, I sprayed my engine off some weeks ago, but I didn't put that Armorall crap on it. And there's another good look at the brake fluid reservoir. It's brown. It's still brown. What else? Look at the front of the truck. Look for bugs. Look for chip paint. All in this area right here. All of this, especially like right in here. See, mine's showing up a little bit. Cars with high miles will have a lot of chips on it. By the way, I think I need to clean that off when I get a chance. Oh, this would be beat all up. You can't hide 100,000 miles. You just can't hide that. This is really important. Look at the steering wheel. Now, my steering wheel is leather. I think this is leather, but it's pretty even all the way around. cars with high miles, this part up here would be kind of beat up. Yeah. What else? Look at the driver's seat. Notice I got some wear right here, but it's not real bad. This is not real bad. Now this honestly could be from just people just not knowing how to get in and out the truck. I don't turn around and slide out my truck. I use the grab handle to get out. So this is probably the reason why my seat looks as good as it does. Look at your brake pedal. Notice how right here, most people, you know, they have foot on the brake, on the gas, and then they put the foot right here on that corner. Everybody does that. Notice there is some wear here compared to this side right here. This is pretty flat, this is worn down. A car that has like 150,000 miles, even though on the clock it might say it has 60,000 miles or 80,000 miles, look for wear like this. And here's a damn good example. My truck has 60,000 miles and there's a little wear. If a car has 150,000 miles, it's gonna be a lot of wear right here. That is like the #1 thing you can look for. That, the brake fluid, and also the carpeting. I found out something. Used car lots will take the freaking carpet out of the car and throw it away because they don't want you to see how badly worn. And I said carpet, I meant to say floor mat. Now I keep my floor mat covered up with this, but if I didn't, it'll be worn down real bad right in this area because your foot is there and your heel rests right there. So there are a lot of used car lots would throw the floor mats away because they don't want you to see that. What else? Look here on the handle here. Your buttons be worn down kind of bad. Notice mine still look clean. What else? This would be kind of worn, be all torn up and beat up pretty bad. I need to clean mine. And notice right there, that's where my leg rests. That's worn a little bit. What else? Like I said before, look inside, especially if you buy a car that has been in the hood, the radio knobs will be worn down pretty much because people from the hood, they're always messing with the radios. That's like the #1 thing you know, in the hood, the radios be worn out, but the signal lights be in good condition. Brothers in the hood don't believe in using the signal lights. What else? Ashtrays. Well, a lot of cars don't even have ashtrays anymore. But those are the only thing I can really think of right now. Oh, I said I was gonna make this. Now, because a lot of people are driving for Lyft and Uber, it used to be a time the driver door would be the one that's worn down. Now, you know, you're gonna see this on a new car, but when you open the door would drop down because the hinges are worn out. This striker plate will be damaged because when the door hits this, it has to pick the door back up for it to lock. So this will be worn down. This is smooth, but you'll see it worn down. Come on this side. Watch out for cars that's been Uber and Lyft. The passenger door, the right passenger door will have scratches all over here. This will be kind of loose from what people have been pulling on it. Again, talking about the sprocket plate. Now, to be honest with you, I drove Lyft. And this sprocket plate looks better than the driver's side. But also, people who drive Lyft and Uber, the right side passenger seat will be worn out. It'll be dirtier. The cushion will be, you know how a driver's seat always look more worn than a passenger seat? Well, anybody who's driven Lyft or Uber, the right rear passenger seat is going to be worn down the worst. And I don't know, I think somebody put a little stain right there. It's hard to see, but it seems like I can see a stain right there. But yeah, the passenger seat will be worn down worse than the rest of the seat. This one even having an indentation sometimes. I've seen that on some cars where people drove for Lyft. This seat will be pushed down. Also look at the carpet on the passenger side. Look at the door handle. And you know, just, you know, you'll see wear and stuff on this, mainly this seat and this carpet, because this is where people get in and out. This seat might be dark, might be lighter than the rest of the seats because they've cleaned it several times. But that's stuff you want to look out for. Something else I want to show you, my Trailblazer. Now, my Trailblazer has about 278,000 miles, 279,000 miles, but this instrument cluster has 279,000 miles. The truck itself only has 178,000. Because I changed this out, I put a used one in here. But so notice how this seat is in damn good condition to be 170-some-thousand miles. But look at the steering wheel, how it's worn down quite a bit up here. Now, I don't do that motorcycle stuff where a lot of people grip the steering wheel. All that wear was before I got it, but you can see how it is worn pretty bad. Now, I've always kept carpet in my floor mats. I mean, I always kept floor mats on my carpet. So my carpet is not worn out too bad. But I do want to show you the brake pedal. Remember how I said that if you have 150,000 miles, the right side of the brake pedal will be worn? So if you see a car with like 50 or 60,000 miles and the brake pedal is worn on that side right there, notice how my Tahoe was worn right here. It only got 60,000, and this thing has got 110,000 more. And notice the wear is going further up. That's a dead giveaway of a car that has a bunch of miles. Look at the gear shifter. Look at the radio controls, the air conditioning controls. Cars with high miles, this right here is in pretty decent condition. I need to clean the damn thing. I don't think I've ever cleaned this before. But these are stuff you can look out for when you buying a used car that's, you know, supposed to have 50 or 60,000 miles. Remember talking about the striker plate again? Well, this one, it's not that bad a shape. This door does not drop down. Yeah, it doesn't drop down. But, you know, and as far as the front of the car, this truck has been painted. The front bumper has been repainted before, because I got somebody hit me on this side right here. They repainted this fender and they repainted this bumper. But when I first got this car, it was supposed to have like 60-some thousand, I think it was 65,000 miles. The bumper had a lot of bugs and stuff on it. Impact from where somebody been doing a lot of driving. And I always thought that it had too many bugs and stuff on here for it to only have 60,000 miles. And I don't think they repainted this hood. And you can see how the paint, you can see how the paint is really lost. You know, these are ways you can look at a car that's supposed to have 60,000 miles and tell whether or not they telling the truth. This is Dre. Hope you enjoyed the video.